I'm doing my field placement at Templeton Elementary School in the special education room. There, I can see examples of differentiation, technology use and integration, the SAMR model, and Bloom's taxonomy. Differentiation is very evident in this classroom. Each student works with their own teacher aide, so their lessons are individualized and they work at their own pace. There's also a computer program where they sign in and it saves their progress, so everyone can work at their own pace at their own level on the current lesson they're supposed to be working on. Each aide is also assigned a different lesson to teach the students, so one student might be working on subtraction while another is working on addition. There are also different reading levels where some of them were working on answering reading comprehension questions while others are focusing on sight words. The teacher also integrates several technology devices in the classroom. The first one is the iPads. That serves as a communication device for several students, and they use LAMP. The iPads and the computer also serve as a reward for the students, and they work towards using that after they complete their lessons. Edmark is a online reading program where they can practice their reading words and sentences. The most evident levels of the SAMR model are augmentation and modification. At the augmentation level, students are using their communication device, and that's acting as a substitute for their speech and communication, but it has functional improvement because they are much easier to understand and their fluency is much better. The modification tool of Edmark allows them to learn their reading skills and word recognition in a much different way than they would without that program. The Edmark program does a really good job with Bloom's digital taxonomy. It reaches every single level of learning with the exception of creating. The students aren't actually asked to create anything, but the program does evaluate their reading skills and ask them to remember and understand different words and categorize them, so it does a really good job making sure it reaches all of the levels of student learning. Then also the math and reading worksheets do kind of the same thing. They have them practice reading and drawing pictures to make sure they understand the concept of the numbers, and they also have to write down the equation, and then they can't move on until they have mastered that worksheet.